Hello, good evening, and welcome to Wholesome Roots. If you can hear me, say so in the chat room. But I am suspecting that it opened up a different chat window like it always does instead of going live in Willow Creek. Okay, I see you in the chat room that I was hoping was going to have people in it. That means I did it right this time. Yeehaw. I tell you, it does not come easily to me, this technology stuff. So I appreciate you guys being patient with me. Hello, everyone. We have Diana at Justice Acres. We have Willow Creek Homestead. We have Drandy. We have Valerie D. We have Jasmine Cherie. Welcome. Yay. So glad y'all can make it. Pickerick. Hello. Oh, see? Squirt. Squirt has decided that if I do a live show, he's going to be vocal. You hear that? That's my blue friend on Amazon. Can you see him? This is weird. See? Hi, Squirt. Trisha says hi, Squirt. Can you say hi? Hi, Squirt.
Hi.
Hi, Squirt. You say hi? Hi, Squirt. Can y'all see him? I don't know if you can see him or not.
Yeah.
All right, we've got some more people in here. The More You Grow, Nick Caldron, Jan Henderson, Chase OK. Welcome, everybody. Sorry about my kids running around in their diapers and underwear behind me. It's one of those nights. Ryan had to work late. The soil machine at his work at the greenhouse was broken, and tomorrow is a potting day. They're having everybody. Anne-Marie Bowser-Mid, hello! That is my best friend ever. Y'all say hi to Anne-Marie. I've not seen you in here before. Have you just been lurking before in the past? Browncoat Homestead is in the house. Hello, hello. Good to see everybody. I love you too, Anne-Marie. Jane A. Golden Pyrenees says, hey guys, I can't stay to chat, but it's good to see y'all are still kicking. We are. I am barely made it through this week. I tell you, going to a conference will take the wind out of you. I mean, all that learning and running and schedules and I feel like I've been on a roller coaster ride, and I'm just like barely starting to get my energy back. Squirt, you be nice. You heard me say Anne-Marie? You remember her? Say hi.
Hi.
So anyway, today is actually the year anniversary of the Great American Farm Tour, when Justin Rhodes came to visit, and I forgot that today was the 23rd. Like, I didn't even know the date all week long. The dates had just evacuated my brain completely, and so I was thinking I had like another 5 days or so to work on creating a video for this. So this morning, when I realized it was the 23rd, I had to spend the entire day editing a video that was a little bit complicated, trying to get all the cuts together from Justin's video and my video, and let him show too. I got the boys some cute little fans from White Oak Pastures booth at the conference, and they love them because they've got a cow
Pig.
and a pig. Sillies. So my day was kind of thrown into a whirlwind this morning when I was like, oh, I haven't even started to work on that video. So it is uploading to YouTube now. Well, as I was saying earlier, Ryan is not here. He is, but he's not here. He had to work late, so he's doing his late putting away the goats and getting them their dinner, and I have been left to take care of the live stream by myself. Not completely by myself. I have Rowan and Liam, And it looks like Dalton finished his shower, so he's gonna put on a movie for you in his room. You can bring that with you. Sorry.
My bed's made.
Come on. It's okay. You're gonna have fun. Be good. Thank you, Dalton. Thank goodness for older brothers and sisters. You got it? Be nice. Hey, Daybird Aviaries. Good to see you. You just missed Squirt talking. Yes, that's Dalton, Anne-Marie. Isn't that incredible? He is so tall. He's way taller than me. He's gonna be as tall as Uncle Jesse any day now. Uh-oh. Where'd my screen go? Sorry. Very cool and cute fans, boys. Have a great night. Oh, they're already gone. So anyway, the Great American Farm Tour anniversary is today. This is the day that Justin and Rebecca and the boys showed up in our driveway, and the day that I began taking YouTubing seriously. I was just playing around until then, and when they came and they gave me lots and lots of advice and tips and stuff and encouragement, just a lot of inspiration. So that's when I started doing daily videos. I got a better camera, I got better editing, so they've been a big inspiration for my YouTube career. You did miss him turning into a young man, Anne-Marie. He's had a girlfriend for 2 years now. Steady. So sweet. Hello, Annie Oakley and JD Allison. Good to see you both in here. Did you guys plan that to come in at the same time? Oh, Trisha, I understand the live stream is hard to watch when you have kids. You know, I spent a lot of today like this. Because trying to edit and get all of my video done was very difficult because the kids were just screaming and playing behind me the entire time. Daybird Aviaries, you want to come visit and I'll show you how to edit. I don't know if I'll be able to help you much on different programs because I've really just learned this one that I have. So I was going to just talk about the conference a little bit and go over some of the things that I was able to take home from the conference mentally. Hello, B-Lady Apiary. Hey, Squirt. I might have to cover him because he's not behaving. Who else did I miss? I saw someone else. Marwin Sleeman, probably. Good to see you. Wholesome Roots, I am happy you were able to go to the conference, says B-Lady Apiary. Me too. It was really great to go. It was so much information. To be able to, you know, be respected and appreciated by my fellow farmers on stage was really the icing on the cake. Santa Barbara Homestead made a live stream when it's actually live. I'm glad to have you. Amazons are loud, but they are not the loudest. What was it that we had? Sun Conures? Oh my goodness, we had those at the Butterfly Center when I worked at Callaway Gardens Butterfly Center. And those Sun Conures were obnoxious. Hello, Food Forest Permaculture. Glad to have you in the house. B-Lady Apiary says, I didn't know you had shirts. I love it. My ex-mother-in-law actually had these made when we got our logo finalized. She said, could you send me a picture of your logo? And then she surprised us all with shirts. I am looking at the bonfire printing of shirts and seeing if I can possibly get those available for others. Hello, Mama Grows. Nice to see you as well. Tamara Hoskins, hello. So at the conference, it was very intense. I mean, just the learning and education alone was just enough to exhaust me. But it was this huge conference building attached to the hotel, and it was just miles of walking in between classes and to go to lunch and to go to my room when I needed to go put stuff up in my room. Or, oh my goodness, I felt like my legs were going to fall off by the end of it all. Dandelion Fields Homestead, hello, good to have you. So the conference itself was amazing. The awards ceremony was really just what I needed, I think. It's funny because I have yet to have anybody in my family besides Dalton and Ryan actually call me or send me a message or anything to say congratulations or that they're proud of me. So it was nice to be able to hear that from my fellow farmers and, you know that they appreciate the hard work that I put into all of this. And I know you guys do. And that was one of the things I was going to say is that posting the video of me graduating was really, really, I didn't expect anything from it, really. Like, I just wanted to post it in case any of the other journeyman farmers had family members that weren't able to be there. And so that, maybe my family would want to watch it. But, you guys were the ones that really cheered me on. You guys were the ones that congratulated me. I couldn't believe how many messages I got from you guys from that. And it really warmed my heart, and it really made me feel much better. Thank you, Valerie. Valerie said, I'm proud of you. And, sometimes you just need to hear that. Did I miss somebody up here? Cindy Brown. Hello, Cindy. All right. If you guys do have any questions, please put them in all caps so that I can make sure I see them. Crystal Stump is from Minnesota. A little new to our channel. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you stopping in and saying hello, and I hope that you're appreciating the info that we share. Alright, so the white picket fence says, congratulations on graduating. Your hair looks gorgeous down. Thank you. I was going to wear it down tonight, but I didn't have time to wash it. So it doesn't look gorgeous unless it's freshly washed. I liked your video on farmers being farmers, Food Forest Permaculture says. Valerie asked, how are the goats? Much better. Eugene is on the healing end, and he actually felt good enough to go outside today, and that really made me feel better. I was panicking there for a minute. Thumbs up for one of your many achievements. Thank you, dear. I appreciate that, Jasmine. I was glad to see you get your honor. Thank you, Brown Coat. Yes, Eugene is doing better. I'm a little bit behind in my videos this week, so I have another vlog that I was going to have published today, but because I realized that today's my anniversary day, I needed to publish my anniversary video, so it'll publish tomorrow at 3:30. I'm just going to try doing that as a scheduled thing from now on, where I schedule the video to publish at 3:30. If that works for you guys, let me know if you have any other ideas. Dirt Farmers of WPA, hello from Sandra, and congrats, Rose, two of my favorite channels, Wholesome Roots and Willow Creek Homestead. Aw, thank you. Emery says I'm always gorgeous. She would say that, being an old friend and all. I have a squirt feather floating in front of my face. Little Creek Homestead is here. Thank you all for joining us. Green Gables Homestead, I almost missed you. Hello. The toasted rabbit. Hey, should I go get one of the little baby quail? I wish Ryan was in here with me. Maybe he'll come in towards the end and be able to go grab one of the baby quail and bring them to show you guys. They're so cute. So for those of you that don't know, we just hatched out baby quail. We had 12 hatch. Well, we had 13 hatch, but unfortunately one of them got into the water before I got them out of the incubator. The toasted rabbit sent us the quail eggs and did an awesome job packing them. They arrived safely. They were in great condition. You never have such a high hatch rate on shipped eggs. I think I got a dozen duck eggs last year and one of them hatched or something like that. And, you know, I mean, it's just incredible that 13 of the 18 hatched and doing great. Trish is still streaming live on Thursday nights. Okay, sorry, I'm just trying to catch up here. It's a little weird not having Ryan here to help me. My brother. Thank you, Mike Carey. I appreciate you saying that. Part-time permies, I didn't see you come in. Where are you? Oh, because you're wearing a wrench. You're in blue. I didn't recognize you because you had that blue name. I was just kind of blanking that out because I was thinking it was Oil Creek. So yeah, we had the baby quail hatch and they're doing great. Wholesome Roots, do you prefer cooking with duck eggs rather than chickens? For baking, yes. So I do prefer them for baking, and like when I make pancakes or stuff like that, I like it in that as well. All right. So I was trying to see where my classes were on this schedule. I was using the app for the schedule during the classes. So give me just a second. All right, in-depth workshop. I think this is the one that I took, soil remineralization and remediation. That was the class that I took, and it was really, really interesting. So that was Friday morning's class. And I think the biggest thing that I took away from that one, yes, part-time, please answer some questions if you have those answers for the duck eggs. I know you guys are the chefs in the house, so feel free to jump in there. Thank you. And so the soil remineralization, I got there a little late. So I missed the beginning, but it was basically talking about the important ingredients in the soil and which ones were vital nutrients and which ones were toxic minerals that you shouldn't have. And it was really interesting, and most of it was stuff that I was pretty familiar with. But one of the things that I learned in that class that I thought was the big takeaway, and so I'll just highlight the main things that for me stood out as, wow, that's new information that I really want to share with you guys, is the use of sea salt as a remineralizer for your soil. Using sea salt to fertilize your soil and help your soil. And I always thought, okay, first of all, salt kills plants. Second of all, sea salt's for food. But it's amazing. There's so many things that he covered of all the different micronutrients that are in the sea salt that are very helpful. Crystal Stump asked, are you raising the quail for meat or eggs? We plan on eating the males and keeping a few for breeding, and then hatching out some more, hopefully, maybe in the future. But mainly it's for the eggs. I want those cute little eggs for, you know, if chefs are interested, or to pickle some. Bee Lady Apiary asks, please remember to tell us what you are now certified in because of the conference. Well, it's not that I'm certified in something. It's that I have a well, I mean, it's a here. So it's the Journeyman Farmer certificate program. And the Journeyman Farmer Certificate Program is designed to help beginning farmers have a step in the right direction when they're getting started out and trying to become profitable farmers and marketable farmers. So for me, this was a big help because I've been farming my whole life, but I've never been good at selling it, good at making sure that I could make a profit from it. So the first step was actually a business class, a farm business class that we had to take. And it taught us about different ways of creating a business plan and this, that, and the other thing. And it was pretty well inclusive. And then the next step was the small ruminant production class. That was intense. Now, you had the choice of small ruminant production or fruit and vegetable production. And because I already knew like all there is to know about growing fruits and vegetables from years of professional horticulture, I felt like the small ruminant class would probably benefit me the most. And because I have a dairy herd of goats, it was pretty important to me. So I chose to do that, and it was a 6 or 8 week course, and it was very, very good, and I appreciated it, and it taught me a lot. But the only thing that I have to say that I didn't like about it is that it wasn't 100% natural. So I had to, pick through some of the chemical, recommendations and realize that I can make my adjustments for my natural needs and be just fine. Excuse me, I should have gotten a glass of water before I sat down. So then the next step, I'm trying to read as I talk, so I apologize if I look wonky. The next step after that is to find an internship. If you don't have your own farm, you do an internship, or you have a mentor come, somebody who's already doing the farm business. They come to your farm and help you for a minimum number of hours. They have to come and they have to sign off and stuff that they're going to produce a certain number of hours with you mentoring. So that's what we had over the summer, is a mentor. And so those are the different stages that you have to go through to become certified. It was through a grant that Georgia Organics and UGA all participated with. So it had a lot of partners, and it was really good. So back to the sea salt for the remineralization. Bee Lady Apiary says, yep, salt is used for weeds, but maybe sea salt is different. Well, the thing is the amount of salt. And you really can't add a lot of salt, but if you get the proper amount, you have to make sure that it's in balance. And there's so many minerals that are found in the sea salt naturally that are so good for your soil. Food Forest Permaculture said biochar and wood ash. Yes, those are both great additives as well. The Toasted Rabbit asks, is this program only for the state of Georgia? It is not necessarily limited to the state of Georgia, but right now it is the Journeyman Farmer certification. The 42 people that have graduated may be the only ones that will ever graduate because it was done by a grant. So somebody at UGA wrote a grant, or maybe it was Georgia Organics, wrote a grant proposal of doing this program to help journeyman farmers begin and get started, and it got accepted. So they won the money in order to be able to provide this program for young farmers or beginning farmers. There were some seniors in this class, so it wasn't about young farmers, it was about beginning and getting off your feet and getting started. It is not required in Georgia. It actually may not ever be offered again. They're hoping that they can get more participants that will volunteer to do it, or that state funds will become available so that they can continue it in the future. They will be offering the classes. So the small ruminant production class and the small fruit and vegetable class is going to be continued to be offered at certain extension offices throughout the state. I'm sorry, I'm trying to scroll without, whenever I scroll a little bit, it jumps all the way. I'm not sure what your question is, B-Lady. Are you free to conduct an online session for us in regards to selling farm stuff? I'm not sure what that would entail or what exactly you're looking for with that question. I'm like I said, I'm really brain dead. I know I should go grab a water, Jasmine. You're right. I was thinking Ryan will be in any minute and he can grab me one. Do you go to the farmer's market to sell your stuff? That's my intention this year. I meant to go last year. So this class has really helped me gain that confidence that I was lacking last year. I kept saying last year that I didn't have enough stuff and I didn't know what I was doing. I had no business going to a farmer's market. Just really lacked the confidence to become a business farmer. Like, the difference between being a home farmer and being a business farmer seemed like such a huge jump to me that it terrified me, and still does. It still does. But I know I can do it now. With this under my belt, I feel like I've got the right things established that I can. Can you now teach us about making money on a farm by way of live stream? Many of us can't get to Georgia. Well, you know, they didn't really teach us how to make money. I do have, let me look here. They did have a, this right here is AgAware, Small Farm Business Training. You might be able to find a lot of this information online. Ag South is the branch that taught the class for our area, but AgAware is nationwide, I'm pretty sure. And they do, I think they are a banking system where they want to give you loans and stuff, but they don't focus on the loans as during the classes or anything. So you will probably be able to find an AgAware class in your area, but I could look at putting together some of this, you know, maybe breaking it down into sections, because I mean, it's a pretty decent amount of information. It would be hard to do in just one live stream, but possibly if there's enough interest in that. All right, so where did I put my class? Oh, I want fresh out of the oven bread. No fair. So, where was my next notes? Where's my notes? So the soil remineralization, that was the big thing that I got out of that, was to use the sea salt. So there's a bunch of different products available. C90, Geominerals, Sea Crop. These were all different things that are great supplements for plants that add sea salt to your soil. And it's at the right amount that it's not going to burn your plants, but it's going to feed your soil. And so it has things like magnesium and selenium and chromium and vanadium and copper and zinc, all of those little things that you don't think about. But there's other things like rock dust and azomite and volcanic ash that are also going to be very helpful for your soil as well. Azomite's one I've used in the past. I used that at the farm to table restaurant garden that I used to manage, and it was very helpful. Very, very helpful. We used to say that our Swiss chard was on crack, because we had Swiss chards after adding the azomite. We had Swiss chard leaves that were this big and this wide. And the organic farm that was located in the same property as us, that sold huge fields of organic produce to the market, they could not believe how our Swiss chard looked, because theirs was tiny, and they actually bought bushels of it off of us so that they could bring it to the farmer's market. 40 in the room. Wow, that's great, Trisha. Thank you for telling me that, because I don't see it on my screen. And you know, the gentleman that taught this class is not recommending extension office soil testing. And the reason for that is because of all of the chemicals they tell you to dump into your soil instead of giving you proper information about your soil. And I kind of agree. I graduated from the Master Gardener program 14 years ago, somewhere around that. And I couldn't believe how many chemicals were suggested by the extension office. So I really, really get it. Oh, Suburban Hillbilly, I'm sorry. You know, the way I have it set up to do the live stream, I don't know that it is giving a notification, because Trisha was telling me she wasn't getting one either. Okay, so the soil test that he recommended is the Texas Plant and Soil Lab. And then another woman in the room said Logan Labs is also another really good soil test. Did you get, okay, so the people that are saying they got a notification, did you get a notification half an hour before, or was it like 5 minutes before, or like right at the live time? Just wondering. Suburban Hillbilly, you might want to go over to my channel when you're done here and make sure that the bell is on, because I know I've had a lot of times where I'm like, I didn't get a notification, and I go and I look and the bell is no longer on, and I know I turned the bell on for those channels right at the beginning. Okay. The bell turns off randomly at times. Yes, I've noticed that too. So you're getting it right at the beginning. Oh, you got it both at 30-minute and at the beginning. Good. I'm glad that somebody did at least. Thank you, Brown Coat. I'm glad you brought that up. Okay. Good to know. So I guess there's not really anything I can do on my end. So just go to my channel. Make sure that the bell is on for notifications. And that'll help. So getting your soil tested through the Texas Plant and Soil Lab or Logan Labs are some of the great ways to do it. So the next class that I went to, is this boring? If you guys want to just talk about something else or whatever, that's fine too. I just thought that I would kind of do a highlight. I didn't really want to do it in a video that I had to edit. Editing has been my headache this week. So what was the next class that I went to? I think it was, I don't see the name of it. Okay, it was the Marketing Clinic for Food Businesses and Organizations. Not boring. Okay, good. Thank you guys. All right. Bee-Lady Apiary, great question. Is it possible to have several types of soil in the same farm? Absolutely. There is a soil data map online that you can find. I would just Google soil data map because I forget the official name of it. It's kind of hard to use, but it asks you to put in a map. And so if you've ever used like where you put a point in one corner and you drag, and you put the point in the next corner and you drag, and you put the point in the next corner, and it completes that square or octagon or whatever shape, and then it creates the soil map for that location. So you're looking at an aerial map, and you draw the lines of your property, and it will tell you the different soil types for every part of your property. And I've done it for ours, and it's very interesting. When you update your app, the bell goes to default, which is off. That is very interesting, Emery. Thank you. If I've missed anybody coming in, if I didn't say hello and your names, I apologize. I am just trying to keep up with the conversation and telling you about what I experienced and what I learned. Barbara Selapek says, I didn't know there is Journeyman Farmer. Congratulations. Thank you. Yeah, it's a new program that just began 3 years ago here in Georgia. I imagine this is going to take off, and it's going to be shared in other states as well. I hope it will, because it's amazing. Kiri Hyatt, hi. I don't think I said hi to you when you came in. The Bee Lady Apiary, I have areas of my land that are 100% rock. Other places have soil. So yes, you definitely can have different soil types. Exactly. Suburban Hillbilly said, I have been amending my garden soil for 20 years. The yard is red clay. The garden is dark and fluffy. Always amend your soil. Improve, improve, improve. Hello, Blue Sky Acres. You're not late. You're right on time. So the next class that I took at the conference was the next in-depth workshop. Was marketing for business and organizations. So what they did is they broke it up into 2 sections. One, water, please, as soon as you get a chance. I've been choking. Ryan's done with the chores, but he's bringing in dog food and stuff. And this class was broken down into 2 sections. One was email marketing, and they say email is not dead, believe it or not, and social media marketing. And I was like, oh, should I even stay for this class? I think I've got a pretty good handle on social media. If you guys follow me on Facebook or Instagram or Pinterest, or I don't really do those as well, but Facebook I really do, heavily. Suburban Hillbilly, yes, Eugene is feeling better. Today was the first day he was able to go out. Yesterday he started eating, well, I guess the night before he started eating just a little bit of hay, but he was still not feeling good. And then yesterday he started eating, but he didn't want to go out. And then today he was like, where's the food? Give me some food and let me out of this barn. So he's feeling much better, thank God. Allie Oakley says, Rose, you are one educated woman. My best friend Lee needs to hook up with you in a soil conversation. God bless you, your knowledge. I love soil. I'm a soil nerd. I'm a soil geek. Soil is my thing. I will totally geek out with your friend. Thank you, Suburban. I appreciate you asking. I need to get an email list going, Cindy. I'm assuming that's Cindy at Part-Time Permies. So, the social media side of things, at first, you were almost there, Trisha. Just take out the I. At first, I thought, do I even need to go to this? But then I was like, surely I'll learn something new. Well, guess what I learned? Instagram is far more valuable to your farm business than Facebook is. I couldn't believe it when she said that. I was like, what? And I've kind of been neglecting Instagram. I mean, I post every once in a while, but I don't do it every day like I do on Facebook. So totally blew my mind there. But one of the big things that I'm gonna try to start using is Hootsuite. I don't know if you guys have heard of that. And my friend Liz Zorab over across the pond, she has a YouTube channel. Check her out. She told me that I should be using Hootsuite to help me post stuff on Twitter and Facebook and stuff. And I was like, really? I didn't Like, I've never thought that it would be that helpful, but it really is. Thank you, Brad Homestead. I really appreciate that. I'm a plant and soil nerd too, Suburban. It's always Cindy unless Mike is standing behind me. That's like me. It's always me unless Ryan is sitting here with me. Facebook is still good, Daybird Aviary. So let me get back to that. But Instagram is where you're gonna make connections. Connections are gonna come and flow from Instagram, because the thing about Instagram is you don't have to be following that page. It's going to be, if you look at a tag, if you look at a hashtag on Instagram because you're interested in that topic, you're going to see everybody's hashtag that posted that. So you really get a wider audience view, and you can attract people to your Instagram, and then you can be like, hey, come check out my Facebook, come check out my YouTube, come check out whatever, see me at the farmer's market, if it's because you're promoting your farm. How do you spell it? HOOTSUITE, I believe. That's what I have written down. I downloaded the app. HOOTSUITE. And it's an app on your phone. You can use it on the computer. Use the free version. They said don't even bother getting the paid version. You'll get plenty of use out of the free version. Worm castings are very good, Dirt Farmer. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Delina Phelps, hello. How are you today? Hashtags are cool. Daybird Aviaries, you're really good at using hashtags, so you can post your Instagram directly to your Facebook. Yes, exactly. That's the other thing is even if you're posting on Facebook, it's only going on Facebook. It's not going to go everywhere else like Instagram will allow you to.
Hi everybody. I just got here. That's probably pretty obvious. No, I did not just have a shower. If that's what that means. I just came in.
He just brushed his hair.
Yeah, I just brushed my hair. I'm wearing filthy work clothes still. I didn't even clean up for you guys. Normally I try to put on a nicer shirt.
I know, that's what I said. I wanted to put my hair down, but it wasn't clean. It doesn't look very good when it's not clean. See, look, you don't want to see that. All right, everybody's saying hi to Ryan. The boys are not in bed. They're with their big brother watching a movie, so we'll see how long that lasts. So I was just going over my conference classes and what all I learned. So Instagram, every day at the same time. So they said that 9 p.m. is actually the best time. I'm not sure if that's true or not. And they said to do the video stories on Instagram, that those are really, really good. And a lot of people will follow you from that. And use geotags, which means you're going to tag your location. Keep the beard, Ryan.
I'll hold out as long as I can, but usually I do shave it once a year.
Robert has a question for you.
Who's Robert?
Daybird Aviaries.
Oh, how do you know my last name? My last name it's just Smith or Jones, whichever one you prefer to say. I'm cool with either one. Ryan, Smith, or Jones. You can say them both together. That's kind of neat. Smith or Jones.
Oh, that's a good idea, Cindy. Cindy at Part-Time Permy says to hashtag all your veggie pics as vegetarian and vegan, and you'll get a ton of followers. That would be cool until I said, we're processing this chicken today,
Milk-
then they might get mad at me.
And milking goats is not vegan because
Did you see that?
it involves.
Barbara said, I like the video with the boys in the vulture skull.
Oh, thank
skeleton.
Thank you. I did that on my phone that I broke the other day.
Yeah.
Okay, Robert, I'll let you know. It's Charnonich. Just so you know.
Valerie, you didn't know I had a Facebook? I've had a Facebook for like 9 years, 10 years or something. I had Facebook long before YouTube. I had a bigger Facebook audience. I had a bigger Facebook audience until just about recently. Recently, my YouTube audience has outgrown my Facebook because I haven't been giving the Facebook as much attention. Yes, B-Lady.
I rage broke my phone, yeah. I was cutting down trees at work and pulled it out of my pocket and it was shattered. And the weird thing is that phone, I dropped it millions of times. That probably should have shattered it, and I didn't do anything this time. I just pulled it out of my pocket. Not rage. I don't get rage.
No, not ever. Not ever. So it's important to know what your goals are in your Facebook marketing or your any of the Instagram marketing or anything. Determine it and focus on the branding so that you can really gain a audience. So use your buzzwords. For me, I wrote down a bunch while I was listening. My buzzwords are sustainable, permaculture, organic, real, natural, non-GMO, fresh, local, healthy, Georgia Farmers Market Association, Georgia Organics, Homestead of America Conference. And so those are hashtags that I'll want to use as often as I can. Part-time permies, no, just the veggie picks. We do that for our main line of pasta and it works great. We also have an egg pasta that we don't hashtag vegan, of course, but we still have the followers. Cool.
Okay.
Great video with you and the boys.
Thanks.
B-Lady says, I hope the new job is working out fantastic.
It is actually. I really like my new job. It's a refreshing change to be happy about going to work in the morning and to willingly stay after when a piece of machinery breaks and I get to learn how to fix it.
Like today. So Valerie, my Facebook page, I wonder if this is why you didn't know, maybe, or maybe you just didn't know. It used to be called Passionate Plants. And that was what it was until I started my YouTube channel. And then I changed the name to Wholesome Roots Passionate Plants. So that nobody would forget who I was before, but yet they would know the new name. And I just started last week, another group that's called Wholesome Roots Farmstead Friends. So that's a group. If you guys want to join that, that would be great. I only have a few people in there so far, so anybody that wants to join, I'll let you in the door. Just ask to join and I will sign you up. I change my goals often to Blue Sky Acres, big time. That's why I've had such a hard time getting established.
She's much better at all this social media stuff than I am. Like, you guys see me in the video, but really, I'm pretty absent from all of everything because I just stay busy all the time doing stuff.
Suburban Hillbilly, we chose not to start seeds this year because we're going to see my mom next month, and having a farm sitter that has to take care of all these animals is already hard enough, and I didn't want seedlings to get forgotten about or damaged or have something bad happen to them. But luckily at the conference, I talked to some friends of ours locally, Mike and Judy over at Country Gardens, and they said that they could have tomato starts ready for me. And that wouldn't be a problem. And another farm friend of ours said that we could have whatever leftovers that she has, and she's got a huge organic farm, so I'm sure we'll be able to get plenty of plants that way. Everybody's saying congrats on the job, Ryan, and they're glad that you're enjoying it.
I appreciate all of y'all's support.
Thank you, everyone, for that. My mother, she's okay. She had a stroke, the Christmas before this one, and she's not the same, and she needs help. And there's family that are close to her, but they're really, really busy too. So I've really been wanting. I haven't seen her since her stroke, and so that's been really hard for me. I'm very close to my mother, but it's very hard to fly anywhere for me because of the farm and because of the expense. But we said, that's it. When we get our tax returns, we're going to see Mom. So we're doing it. And I did finally find a farm sitter that I feel like I can trust. So that's great. Thank you for the prayers. The new goats are doing great, Goats and Gardens. I like your name. Those are my two favorite things. Goats and Gardens. They are doing great. They are so good. They are so well behaved. They lead so well. They milk well. They're just angels. I'm just like, oh.
At night, bringing them into the barn, I have not once had to do anything special to get them to come with me. They just come with me. And they want to be pet once they're in their stall, and they're just really friendly, and I think they're a good fit for our farm.
They are a really good fit. And it doesn't hurt that they're spotted. I mean, they've got great milk lines, so that's the important thing. But the fact that they're spotted and pretty just makes me like, oh. And they're the foundation does from a really great herd, so we got really, really lucky. I don't think so, Brown Coat. I will try to get in touch with you on Facebook to give you that, because I don't know how to do all that right now and not like close out the chat or something. So unless Trisha's still around, but I haven't seen her say anything in a while, so she probably had to do something with the kids.
Good night, Food Forest Permaculture. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for joining us. I love using wood chips to improve the soil. We have several truckloads of wood chips waiting to be put on our beds, so we're definitely going to be adding to that.
That's an interesting question from Bee Lady.
Yeah, we definitely do get some different reactions. Mostly the same, but some a little bit different. There was somebody that you said was so good for you, and I was like, really?
I think it was
Was
when
it
we were...
Shady?
Shady's always a doll for me.
But on the milk stand.
Yeah.
Stomping in the milk pail.
No.
She stomps in the milk pail.
Shady's my special girl. She's always great for me. I think it was.
Thank you, part-time permies.
And I think maybe Fancy 2 for a minute was acting better for me, but then.
Then she started.
But then
but you're better at getting Eugene out to the paddock.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Eugene, I have to pull and bribe. He's not very good about going out for me. Oh no! Sad for the strawberries and the goats. That's sad, Suburban. So all right, we're less than 10 minutes. So I guess we'll just finish up this class, and maybe next week we'll talk about the others. So the email was the next section that we talked about. And the email, you know, what they kept on saying is email isn't dead. And they said that there's just so many connections that can be made that way. And I started thinking about it, and I was like, you know what? That makes sense, because Gracie, you better behave. It started to make sense because I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? I get the notifications for a lot of YouTube channels on my phone all the time. All day long, my phone's got YouTube channels coming up. So I don't have time to watch everybody's videos, but I generally do like to watch my Justin Rhodes videos. He's a great inspiration for me, and I really am interested in seeing him and the kids, and they're my friends, you know, so I want to watch. So And it's not that I don't want to watch everybody else. I want to watch everybody. I just don't have enough hours in the day. And I thought about it, and I was like, you know, I get his email notification all the time, every time he posts a video. But when I get his email, that's usually when I click on the link and watch it. And it's because I forgot about it. Like, when it came through as a notification on my phone, I was just like, swipe, 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 you know? But then I get the email, and I'm like, okay, I really want to know what he's talking about, because he explains a lot of it in the email, and it gets me hooked. He's really good at marketing his videos, but it's through email, you know? And I'm like, okay, I need to get into this email thing. So MailChimp or Constant Contact are both really good apps that you can use to help you with your email list. And so I'm looking into the MailChimp side of things. And you can put the link for your MailChimp to sign up for the email right onto your Facebook. I didn't know that. I had no idea. I thought the only place to do it was like on my blog, on my website. I have a place where you can sign up for emails, which I don't even know where those went, because I don't really maintain my website, because my website's not good. So I really like the idea of having a subscription email and being able to share that with people. So it's I think social media and email is going to be really good. Constant Contact, I think, Jasmine Sherry. I wrote down Constant Content, but I think it's Constant Contact, because I think I've seen that listed before. But MailChimp is the other one. Chris, do I get a hug too?
TubeBuddy.
TubeBuddy. I do have TubeBuddy. I like using TubeBuddy to look at my tags. I like using it to make sure that I've got all my tags in there. And it can be very helpful. TubeBuddy is a good program to use on your YouTube as well. Oh, good. Part-Time Permies just posted the link to my group. If you guys want to join, I would love to have you there. Wholesome Roots, Farmstead Friends. I think I've had the page forever, but having a group, other people can post there and they can share their stuff. I think it's just more of a easier way for people to talk to each other and share information with each other. How many people are in the room, Grizz? You got them all to put their thumbs up? Huh? Retired and prepping, thank you for the thumbs up reminder. Alright, so that is all I'm going to talk about tonight from the conference, because my next page of notes is very detailed. Very detailed. If you guys want to hear more about my other classes that I took, then you can definitely tune in next week. If there's a lot of interest, I will definitely talk about more. 38 are still in the room. Thank you guys for hanging in this whole time. I feel really special. Do you want to talk about your work or anything, or nothing? He's looking at me like,
I don't know. I don't know. I do have a new job. I think I've mentioned that. I've been there for a couple weeks now. They hired me as it's a commercial greenhouse, so it's not like organic or anything, but basically it's a lot of flowers, and right now I see a lot of citronella being grown.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in the greenhouse.
Oh, because they sell those in the pots at Kroger and stuff.
Yeah, so like basically, like if you're
Suburban,
in the
you'll see all of his plants that he's growing at any Kroger you go to.
Yeah, if you're in the
Georgia.
Southeast and you have a Kroger, you're gonna see stuff from the greenhouses I work at.
That's so cool.
They hired me, like I'm a driver to deliver these, but I'm mostly like property maintenance around, and I'm working with the maintenance guys and just doing all kinds of projects.
But he not even really working with he answers directly to the owner. He's the owner's left hand.
I don't know.
Well, not. because he's so new, he's not the left-hand man, but he's definitely got a different type of position, a custom-made position. And I think that's pretty awesome because he's so deserving of that.
But yeah, to the first 3 days of this week, I had a huge project cutting down a lot of trees on a bank to open up sunlight and airflow to some of the greenhouses. So there's no telling what I'll be doing. There's all kinds of projects, all kinds of things to do there. So I really like that. I like a variety. I get bored doing the same thing all the time. So
I'm so sorry that link isn't working, Part-Time Burmese. I appreciate you trying.
thumbs up or cat hammer monster?
He's not supposed to say the cat gets it on my channel. He's supposed to say the mole gets it, or the rat gets it, or the aphid gets it. Something that we don't want around. He's not supposed to say that about kitties on my channel. Right hand man.
Yeah, that's what I always heard too. But
I like being different.
left, because it's different. I'm unique. I'm an oddball, you could say that.
I'm sorry that the link won't work, but it's Wholesome Roots Farmstead Friends. It's a new group, so it might not come up at the top of the list when you search for it. There's not a lot of people in there yet, but it's really cool that he's getting to be hands-on with all of this plant stuff. Even if it's not organic, it's still really awesome. Oh, speaking of organic plants, so at the conference, Banner Greenhouses this is probably shown up backwards, but Banner Greenhouses is they set up a display every year, and they have trays and trays and trays and trays of starts, and they're all like plugs, like 100 baby plants in each tray. And last year I was so excited because I got one tray. They had one tray left of cabbage. I was like, I don't even care what it is, give it to me. So this year I went on Friday, not Saturday, and I got 5 trays, and I got red cabbage, green cabbage, kale, lettuce, red lettuce, and alyssum. Alyssum is a little tiny white flower that attracts lots of pollinators, and it smells really good and fragrant. Wholesome Roots Farmstead Friends. Yes, that is the one.
Oh.
Chris, don't make me put you in time out. There was a place here that actually got in trouble for that.
Oh, I was going to say the time we went and ate at a place and what we heard going on in the back.
Thank you, Suburban. I appreciate it.
We'll just say we heard a loud meow, terrifying meow come from the back of the kitchen one time. It was concerning.
It's not funny, Chris. It might be a Facebook glitch. Little Creek Homestead. Little Creek Homestead, do you have a channel? I don't know if I can click on... I don't want to lose my... if you have a channel, I'm going to go check you out right after this. Sapper Gardner at the Bee Lady Apiary. Good evening. Sorry you can't find it, Bee Lady. So hopefully a lot of you I'll be getting all kinds of notifications on my phone that you want to join my new group. Oh, I've got some people that made it through. Thank you, Suburban Hillbilly. I appreciate it. Thank you for being here. And look at those plants at Kroger next time you walk by a Kroger or drive by a Kroger, and you'll see the feed stores are different. I think they use the Bonnie plants. Yeah. Most feed stores do, at least here. Our feed stores have Bonnie plants.
Not every plant in your Kroger, but some of them.
Good idea, Valerie. Well, that's weird. Valerie, my Facebook page is a link on my YouTube. It's right there on the lower part of my main channel wall. But not my group. I just started it, but that's a great idea to add it to my description. I appreciate you saying that. Thank you. Yay, I can't wait to share more with you guys on Facebook too. Anything else? So who wants to come help me plant tomorrow? Because I don't think he's gonna. They haven't been introduced yet, Blue Sky Acres. They are separated by a fence, which is not proper quarantine, so shame on me, but it's the best I could do. And it's still a little bit separated, so hopefully there won't be any issues. But it's best to quarantine new animals for at least a little while. Sapper Gardener, unfortunately, there isn't any news on Mrs. Duck. I'm beginning to think there won't be. So, unfortunately, I might have to get some new Muscovies. No, I think the problem is that she was free range. I think that the ducks that stayed inside the electric fence stayed safe, and she didn't, and she wouldn't stay in there. Even when we clipped her wings, she wouldn't stay in there. So she was too free-spirited. And
I mean, it's always,
it is what it is.
That's always a risk when you let one free range.
She was really, 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 really special.
We have the one rooster, Red. He's free range ever since the night we tried to catch him and he got away. And he's smart. He knows how to stay out of trouble, and he sleeps in the barn when it's appropriate, which is how he knows that it's going to rain in the middle of the night. Somehow, I mean, he's like a weather app almost. He's in the barn. Okay, guess it's going to rain later, or be cold. I don't know.
Yes, part-time permies. I have my Facebook page, my Instagram, everything is linked in my description of my videos, on all of them. But I didn't add the Facebook group yet because that was new. I know, right? B-Lady? I love her. I love her. She's just like the best little duck ever. And I know we've gone over our time here. When integrating new chickens to the flock, how long would you keep them in a parallel run before putting them in the coop at night? If you've already done your quarantine for pests and parasites and disease, and you're now into the introduction stage where you're just wanting to make sure that they don't fight, I would put them in. I mean, if they've been in the same, like the fence line, shared that fence line, and they've seen each other often, I would say just for a little while, and then you can put them right in at night, usually.
I don't know why that little monster looking face is funny to me. Well,
Ninja Rabbit Belle over at Willow Creek Homestead. She's a little ninja rabbit. She sneaks out all the time.
well,
Chickens are not, it's not necessarily territorial, but have you ever heard of the pecking order used in human terms? Guess where it comes from? Chickens. They have a pecking order. There's always going to be a lead chicken, and whoever that lead dominant chicken is going to make sure all the other ones know it, and they will do so by pecking on them. So when a new chicken is introduced, they will peck at each other. And the goats are the same way. Goats have queen. They have a herd queen, and they will fight. We have Sister Ray separated from Kitty right now because she would not stop fighting with her for some reason. Hormones, I'm assuming, because they're both due in 2 weeks. 2 weeks! Can you believe it? Babies! I know, we need to go. So it is 10 minutes past almost our time to end. Thank you guys. Not always the biggest. B-Lady, it's not always the biggest. I've had small chickens that were more dominant. It's about personality, and those animals have lots of personality.
yeah. We got
Green
that
Gable.
little rooster
He's
sheriff.
so funny. He tries to get me when I go to get
Yeah,
him.
we call him Sheriff, but yeah,
He's a bantam rooster like this big, and he thinks he's as big as a donkey.
like
I
a
mean,
Napoleon complex.
he's so funny. But if you're Green Gables, if your lead chicken is a brat and is it a bit more abusive, then I would just make sure that you're there in the morning and can keep an eye on it. Yeah, that's true, part-time. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Make sure you hit the thumbs up on your way out.
Hit the thumbs up or Grizz is going to do terrible things with emojis.
Jasmine Cherie, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm going to keep hoping and praying, but time has passed and it seems like
She
too
just
long.
moved on to the other pond.
Yeah, she flew off with some wild ducks.
Yeah.
I had wild ducks fly across the pond the other day. Everybody have a blessed weekend. Everybody enjoy their weekend. Come help me garden if you want to. And we'll see you guys next time on Wholesome Roots.
Good night. Is it still on?
It is still on.
It's still on. I'm not talking. I'm just smiling.
Yeah, you're just smiling. Just keep smiling.
Yeah, they don't know. They don't know that
Yeah.
I'm talking.
They don't know I'm talking
They
either.
don't know that I'm talking. I really,
Where's the off button?
I don't know. I'm a
Oh,
ventriloquist.
jeez.
I'm a ventriloquist.
What do we do now?
I'm really.
I can't find it.
I'm a great ventriloquist.
How do we make it stop?
I don't know. You gotta.
I don't know.
Alright,
Okay.
alright. Did you
Is
find
that it? Are
Did
you
you
there?
find it? Did
Is
you
it-
find it?
Okay. Good night, everyone.
Good night. Good night, everybody.